A somber island country. While anarchists roamed the streets, corruption was running deeper due to economic crisis and rising crime rates. Bearing these burdens were judges who tried to make things right with honesty. We on that Judge Simulator! Let's fucking go. Hey narajas, what's up? I'm back, recording, getting back into the game. You already know how it is, man. We're on some Judge Simulator. Let me take a look at the settings real quick before we... We're gonna turn the overall music down just a little bit. Actually, wait. I think we just... Nope. Okay, fine. Just turn to 70, that'll be fine. This shit goes crazy though, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna go... Boom and boom. Alright. Excuse me, wait. So let's see. I am the law. I think that's the one where you can do it however you want to do it. You know, honestly, you know, we're gonna leave it up to chance, right? Heads and tails. So we're gonna see if we're gonna play without rules or with rules. So flip a coin. Talk to my Google. Heads. Aw, shit. You know what that means. It's time to get lethal up in here. New game of I Am the Law. I believe in this one, you can basically, like, you are literally the law, so no one can, like, it's self-implied. Please enter your name. Let's see. We're gonna say Judge Raymond. There we go. Why is it? Okay, there you go. Judge Raymond. Welcome to I Am the Law mode. There are 30 new cases in this mode. Decisions made in these lawsuits have no consequences, allowing you to decide as you wish. These cases are designated for role-playing, featuring moral dilemmas and true case references. You will earn 500 per case. With this money, you can play Blackjack and Wheel of Fortune. We recommend this game mode for players who have already finished the story section. Have fun. Well, I don't like listening to other people, depending on the content. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I forgot that's a story part right there. We might get to that eventually. Don't come home for a while. I don't want to see your face. You've neglected us a lot lately. Your children are growing up without a father because of you. You have always prioritized your work over your family. Maybe you'll have a chance to think during this time. Damn, my shorty left me. Type shit. Anyways, back to work. End the day or go to the casino. Gambling's for chumps. First case. What the fuck? Oh, I guess, well, technically, you were supposed to play it beforehand, so, like, I'm going into this blind as hell. Alright, what's this? Okay, these are something else. Okay, so this is the whole... Alright, let's get the debrief. Compensation lawsuit filled with the request to shut down the game. Redlocks defendant or plaintiff John Dice. In this case, the Redlocks brand is represented by lawyer Paul Soule. Recently, his 9-year-old son came to him and asked, "What does sex mean?" John Dice started to investigate where his son could have learned this. John Dice, a parent who watches the games he plays, banned his son from the game after seeing messages in the chat game Redlocks. John Dice, who documented the messages, he saw by taking photos as evidence, filed a lawsuit against the game Redlocks. John, who filed a lawsuit against the brand for damages, considering the trauma his son may experience, also demands that the game be banned. Damn, that's crazy work. You know, that's actually on point too, because like ain't Roblox going through some shit right now? My son had been playing this game for about 5 months. After his question that day, I started watching the games he played. While he was playing the game Redlocks, I saw those disgusting messages and recorded them on my phone. Although these games are designed for children to have fun, they are full of perverted adults rather than children, and they try to use children for their disgusting purposes. These games need to be banned urgently. Okay. What's this? Digital evidence. the case. Yeah, I kind of want to. I kind of want to take a look at everything. Okay, at everything first before we start questioning people. Let's see. Messages recorded in the game. Who wants to have? You can read that. Assume that's the child here. Add me. I could tell. Oh, that's just disgusting. Who wants free Redux? I also want two. Send it to me. Okay, you just have to add me as a friend and pretend to be my girl. Oh, yeah, that's disgusting. Oh my god. It has been found that there is an age limit to access these modes. Oh no. So hold on, let me get. Okay, it's represented by Laura Paul. So this is the Redlocks boys, and this is the guy who's suing them. All right. Okay. What? Okay, Mr. Paul, what you got to say, bro? Like, this is crazy work. Your Honor, all parents should take responsibility for what their children do. There is no specific age restriction to play our game. We only impose a limit of 13 or 17 up to play some exclusive content. If the incident in question has also occurred in the modes where these contents can be played, unfortunately, it is seen that the child does not meet the age limit. What? We only impose an age limit of 13 plus or 17 plus to play some exclusive content. If the incident in question has also occurred in the modes where these contents can be played, unfortunately, it is seen that the child does not. So basically, from what I'm gathering, bro said, listen, if he wasn't old enough to be on there, why'd you let him on there? Which is the common defense in nonsense like this. Because the dude is paying attention to what his child is doing, as he mentioned. You disgusting bastard. You're so nasty. If the incident in question has also occurred in the modes where these contents can be played, unfortunately it is seen that the child does not meet the age limit. So you're saying that such messages can come to children 13 and older? No, of course, Your Honor. What I'm trying to say is we don't have a way of knowing who is a member and for what purpose. We try to control as much as possible and evaluate the complaints received. However, we think that families should be equally conscious and should not leave their children alone while playing. Oh my. Now, if the parents were just watching the kids, yeah, you want them to watch them play this game every step of the way. Like, if there's predatory adults in your game that's made for children, that's not an adult issue specifically on the parent side. That's an adult issue that needs to be taken by the guys who are running the game. What are your thoughts on this, Mr. Dice? This defense is almost as disgusting as what I saw in the game. How can a company that knows most of its players are children speak so freely about this? That's exactly what I fucking said. This defense is almost as obnoxious as anything I've seen in the game. How can a company that knows most of its players are children talk so freely about this? Are you not at all upset about what the... I don't know if I said it on YouTube, but what the... You can see that people in your game can teach children and how they can stain their minds. I'm sure that hundreds of children are traumatized every day because of your brand's irresponsibility. You tell them, Paul. Do you want to make a defense on this issue, Mr. Paul? Such baseless accusations are only meant to damage our brand. On the contrary, we are a company that receives thank you messages from hundreds of families every day. In these messages, they say that their children have started to succeed in their lessons thanks to our game, and that they behave much more calmly. Get you and your red herring out of my fucking face. This literally has nothing to do with what we were just talking about. Such unfounded allegations are only intended to damage our brand. On the contrary, we are a company that receives thank you messages from hundreds of families every day. The message... What? Oh, okay, so he's just reiterating. I'm like, what? You just said that. These messages say that the children have started to become more successful in their lessons thanks to our game and that they behave much more calmly. In addition, as a parent, you have a higher responsibility for your child than our company. I'm sorry, but it's your fault for putting a tablet in front... Yeah, well, maybe if you didn't give your kid access to the internet, then maybe this wouldn't have happened at all. Disgusting. Well, we don't need to be responsible for the predators that are on our website, because if you just didn't give them a tablet, then that wouldn't have happened. Yeah, use that defense for every single one of these instances and you'll have no customer base either, buddy. Oh my god. I pretty much already got my mind made up. Like, I had my mind made up about, like, after I read them dossiers or whatever the fuck. There's really nothing else. I mean, I guess that... Okay, oh, so this is... Okay, so that's just a repeat of what all happened. I guess I get to make a decision. Alright. Alright, well, this is pretty open and fucking shut here. Oh, it gives me limited decisions. Okay. Decision. It has been decided that Redlock's game will not receive any penalties or Bro, coughing, you need to get an asthma pump, buddy. It has been decided that the game Redlocks is prohibited due to the trauma caused to the fan by the Redlocks game. It was decided to pay 200 grand in compensation that the game was banned. This must be an age limit to create a... You know, I feel like all of these are very bad measures no matter which way you put it. Like, outright banning it makes no sense because then you'll just have these these fucking parasites migrate, excuse me, hit my mic, to another website or whatever, right? And then on top of that, the children that are just innocently playing the game don't even have access to the game anymore on something that, you know, like, was made for their safety, quote unquote. Same thing, and same reason with the second one. Reason for the decision has been made. This literally doesn't matter because you can easily lie about age. And it even is, you can be like, oh, well, what about, like, you know, ID verification? And like, no. See, we don't, instead of making the victims pay for this in terms of their safety, apparently, instead of making victims pay with their privacy for their safety, more strict measures need to be taken. But unfortunately, out of all of these, only decision 3 really seems even remotely decent, so they're gonna have to pay a bag. Now, the fact that it says prohibited is what's killing me, because there's banned and prohibited. But honestly, I think this will make more sense because, I mean, if these types of cases come up again, we're just gonna make them keep paying that money till they do something. So, bang bang. You know what? Fine, we'll go to the casino. Whatever. Wheel of Fortune. Because obviously they want me to, so we're gonna go. I don't even know how this shit works. What is it? I'm just gonna put 5. I don't know how the fuck this actually works, but bro really thought that he was about to get away with that weak ass defense. That was one of the nastiest defense oh wait, I have to stop myself. That was one of the nastiest defense I've seen in my goddamn life. $10. Okay, I kind of get how it works now, but I lost way more money because I spread it all across the board. Okay, how about I'll put 5 on orange, and I'll put 6 on orange, and I'll put 5 on that. Why not? Oh, I lost it all. Oh well. And that's why we don't gamble. Alright, moving on to the next case. Let's get out of here. Damn, bro, you don't want to... How about you, like, work out or, like, play the game? You know what I mean? Like, maybe call your wife and kids. Bro, over here gambling. What a bitch. Anyways, so let's see. We got... Case subject. Ned Washington and Peggy Wiley, who introduced themselves as the climate activists, staging aggressive action at the De Laval Museum. Okay, so these two... they're the defendants. The plaintiff is the museum, okay. The famous painting Mona Lisa by the world famous... Have y'all seen that fucking Gen Z Mona Lisa? That shit kills me. She just needs a fucking vape in her hand. But anyways, the famous painting Mona Lisa by the world famous artist Leo de Vinck, which is in the De Laval Museum, recently was attacked by climate activists throwing tomato puree. There was no material damage thanks to There was no material damage thanks to there was a protection glass in the work. However, the museum management said that they were often subjected to such action. The museum management is seeking $250,000 in compensation as moral compensation for the action. The present value of the work is approximately $100 million. Okay, wait. There's no material damage thanks to protection. So you guys want them to pay $250 or $250,000 for moral compensation when nothing actually happened? Granted, I don't know why they decided to do that, but this is my initial impression. I'm like, what? How does that really? Okay, so we're gonna see. So this is from the president of the museum. The world will not be a better place when you attack the labor of an old man who lived many years ago. Oh, that bullshit. Climate activists need to understand this. This is being hostile to art, nothing much. If you are so concerned about the climate in the world, then go declare war on those responsible. You can't solve these problems by attacking museums. This nonsense needs to stop. To be fair, he is kind of right, I guess. Because I only said this was bullshit with the whole, attack the labor of an old man. Come on, think about the kids. But it's think about the old men. Think about the hard work they put in. You know what I mean? But I'm like, come on. That's such a weak start. But admittedly, I see the point. I don't know what the hell I don't know what throwing tomatoes at the Mona Lisa is gonna achieve with climate change. Unless you're gonna be on some Angie mustache man thing and use your court trial as a more political spectacle to go to more international attention or something. Anyways, now watch it. If people had shown some of the same interest in our world. That's one of the defendants. Although they got the ambulance going outside or the fire trucks or something. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, if people had shown some of the same interest in our world and our future as they do in these works, the world would be a very different place today. While that is true, what the hell does that have to do with a painting that was done by a dude who died years, centuries, decades ago? Can you imagine? They can pay $850 million for a canvas, but today no one wants to spend money on preventing climate change because of the climate. Because of the climate, people can go hungry and thirsty. Irregular migration is increasing. Animals are becoming extinct. Our world is becoming an inhabitable place. We want to raise awareness about them. Someone has to step up. Yeah, okay, I figured it was pretty much like a political, a spectacle trial. It was probably going to be. We are not the problematic members of society. We just want to draw attention to to people's real problems, so we are forced to take such actions because everyone ignores some facts. Among them is the fact that we are destroying the world. The future of all of us and our children is at stake. Not to show this fact to people, but we can destroy 1 or 1,000 artifacts. Well, that doesn't really help your case there. Mona Lisa painting after the attack. This shit goes kind of hard, though. I'm not gonna lie. Is there any? Nope. Okay. So we got the initial gist of what's going on. Mike's up. Yo, Ned, where did you get the idea that attacking artifacts creates social awareness? Could it be that the situation causes an apathy in people? Editor means gonna have to put a little definition of that. I don't even know what that means myself right now. Our aim is to create global awareness, not social one. We try to do it the normal way, but people prefer to play the 3 monkeys. Now they are exposed to at least some facts, and it heavily weighs on them. They need time to digest. Well, in this regard, Your Honor, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but your decision in this case will set a precedent in many respects. I'm not angry that people aren't doing anything about climate change, but please don't stop those who are trying to do something. The dinosaurs didn't realize what was going to happen to them, but we do. That shit kind of. I'm like, well, that went kind of crazy. That went kind of crazy. I might have to grant you a low bond for that one. Anyways, yo, Abraham, this is their, I guess the museum's lawyer right here. Anything you want to add? Your Honor, I don't even want to imagine what kind of damage our museum would suffer if there was no protected glass. I ask you to impose this punishment so that these actions do not continue. We need to solve some things through reason and logic, not with vandalism. That's true, but I think you're kind of really overblowing it, honestly. So is that it? I can't really question anybody. Yeah, I can't really question anyone. I think these are like simpler cases to start out with, because like there's really nothing else I can really do after I read everything. Okay. So, we only get 2 decisions. Climate activists are paying 250 grand in comp, or it has been decided that climate activists do not need to pay any compensation. Okay. So I'll be honest, right? I genuinely think, I genuinely think that they are overblowing the entire situation to turn profit. Now, you can argue that the whole Mona Lisa thing was kind of dumb, right? But that's the point of the whole thing. You know, they're like, listen, y'all ain't paying attention, so we gonna make y'all pay attention with an act of vandalism. You know what I mean? It's like a spectacle trial to me. Like I said, similar to how the Angie Mustache Man used his trial for, to basically make a political spectacle or whatever. I mean, I honestly wouldn't pick any of these 2. I might actually have to go back because, like, this I Am the Law mode, it's just kind of like it's not really anything super cool. The decisions are preset. Honestly, I'm not gonna make them pay $250 for that. That's just, or 250 grand. My bad. You're free to go, man. Climate activists have paved the way. Yeah, there we go. Go to the casino. End the day. Judge Raymond. That shit kills me. Case 3. They got Judge Judy. Judge Judy, how the hell you get up in here? What the hell was you doing, bruh? Girl, how you a judge and you got yourself arrested? That's nasty work. Oh, here we go. Finally, something a little bit more in depth. Here we go. Right when I was about to kind of give it up a little bit. All right. Judy Bird, 53, female. Fingerprint, criminal record. No criminal record. Mental health test and good health. National status? Yes. Okay. To the Banana Republic Court. Charges money laundering. Money laundering and corruption? Oh my god. Damn, Judy. You're going crazy, girl. Anyways, BR, which was established to monitor unusual movements in the bank accounts of all senior executives, public employees, and those within the political positions in accordance with the law enacted to reduce corruption in the country. As a result of the extensive work carried out by the anti-corruption unit, Junie Bird was arrested and questioned. Wait a second. Okay, so you guys think she's guilty of doing some of that shit. A single inflow of $200,000 was observed into the Chief Justice Judy's account in a foreign country. You got $200,000 randomly. Okay. It appears that the account through which the funds are being transferred is a front... Wait. The account through which the funds are being transferred is a front account belonging to the former Minister of Interior Martin Redrow, who was arrested for corruption 10 days ago. Damn. Wow, that's crazy. After a court warrant was issued to search Judy's home, two suspicious emails were found on her personal computer during the search carried out in coordination with the police department. So we issued a court warrant to search her home too. I'm a person who has served this country for many years. Whoever tried to defame my name with such accusations, you should have arrested them. I only saw Martin Redrow in newspapers and on the TV news. I would never take money from such a person. I am as loyal to this country as I am to my job. I urge you to leave immediately or you will have a headache when I get out of here. It's crazy work. Let's see these little email joints. Can I zoom in? No, I can't. Hello. From Redrow to Bird, your daughter's future. Hello, Your Honor. You will release Liam in today's case. I hope your daughter's life is worth more than the fairy tale of justice in this shitty country. Girl, you know this don't look good for you, right? From the man to her. Let's see. Hello, the moment you hit the gavel today and make the decision, we sent $200 grand to your account. It looks like I'm gonna get my ass locked, and I guarantee you will earn a lot more if you give me a quid. The money flow 200 from Martin to. Oh my god. So I got my recording software's thing right here, and I can't see, so I can't really see what that says. But wow. So apparently, I think those are receipts. I'm assuming receipts of said money flow. Girl, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what the hell you really think you finna do up in this courtroom. Like they got emails, they got receipts. Like, girl, what you think you finna do? We'll see what you got. Why didn't you take off the judge's robe, Your Honor? You're in this courtroom as a defendant, not a judge. Don't worry, I know the rules better than you, Your Honor. That's how I wanted to represent myself. The hell do you mean by that, buddy? In your testimony, you said that you never admitted to such an accusation. How will you explain the flow of money? This is a trap set for me. It is despicable that they resort to such means to tarnish my name. I am a respected and moral judge who has worked for this country as much as you do. No one can buy me with their money. So what about the emails on your computer, girl? What email? I don't know such a thing. You mentioned that you're a respected judge and how ethically you work, but I see in your testimony that you threatened the police. Is that your sense of morality? Your Honor, I'm a human being, and at that moment, I admit that I spoke threateningly to the police officers because of damage in my image, or to my image, in the eyes of my family and the stress I was facing such an accusation. I apologize to them in your presence. I won't lie, girl, you're pretty good with that one. That was pretty good, but it's not really changing my mind, though. Like, you're still fucking guilty, bro. Like, the writing is literally not even on the wall, it's on the paper, sis. Like, girl, it's so Jover for you, bruh. it's so Jover for you. You do realize that, right? Like, like, Shorty said, what email? I don't know of such a thing. Buddy, they've got you in 5K with receipts of receipt of said money flow. Like, come on, bruh. Alright, bruh. My god. Okay. Guilty. Now, here's the thing, right? This is where our morality shines through. Do I believe in capital punishment? Honestly, no. But we're in a video game, right? So let's break it down. Public service, that ain't gonna be shit. Alright, she's a judge. She'll probably squeeze her way out of that one. Like, let's be honest. She'll probably squeeze her way out of that one. Right? Or if anything, it'll just be like a publicity stunt. Like, oh my god, look, even, the great judge is one of us just doing honest work. Money, that ain't shit. She's rich. So it's jail or execution. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I want you to hear me out, right? Normally, we would send them to the brig. But if we're to fight corruption in this country at such a large scale, we need to show the peoples and the corrupted that we're not messing around in this courtroom. And for that specific reason, I, Judge Raymond, determine that Miss Bird here will be executed. It's Jover. Damn, we're laying down the law like some back shots today. I want to do one more case. That was kind of fun. I'm already at like 30 minutes, so let me do like another case or two. We got paid for that one, right? Yeah. Judge Raymond on the beat. We just sent Judge Judy ass to the brig. Psych, she under my boots. She pushing up daisies. I guess you could say the shorty found her roots. You get it? She buried under the trees and shit. Because she dead. We make sure that the country had her head. Huh. She really thought she could get away, but she met a gruesome end instead. Alright. Enough yibber jabber. Or jibber jabber, excuse me. We're gonna bet 50. We're gonna bet 153 ways. Phew. Damn, I earned $400. That was cool. Alright, let's go. Maybe I'll do blackjack soon enough. Take a nice nap. Babes left me like, baby, I'm fighting corruption within a fucking regime. Like, what do you expect, babe? I love you and the kids, but like, daddy's gotta make the big bucks and make this country clean again. Actually, don't say that. That sounds disgusting. That sounds like an ethnic cleanse. Don't say that. Anyways. Let's see here. We got that and that. Okay. Case subject. Repeal of the new enactment that the city of Broad Hill has introduced. Okay. Defendant. Broad Hill Counselor. The plaintiff. Animal Rights Association. Oh, shit. Okay, we're getting deep. Recently, there have been numerous reports of stray animal incidents in the Broad Hill area. In these reports, it has been stated that stray dogs have particularly attacked people, destroyed wildlife, caused various traffic accidents, and attacked other pets. It was said that some people in the vicinity were feeding these stray dogs, and in order to prevent this situation, the animals were asked to be collected by the municipality and euthanized. What the hell? Euthanize, I forgot what that means. Hold on, let me... Oh my god! Oh hell, wait a minute. They want to put the dogs down? Oh my god? Wait, it was said that some people in the vicinity were feeding the stray dogs in order to prevent the situation. Okay. Oh my god. In response to the situation, the municipality of Broad Hill implemented a new enactment and started to collect the animals. However, the Animal Rights Association reacted to the situation and took various actions and sued the municipality to annul the decision. Animal Rights Association lawyer Ann Caney. We are the reason why these animals have become what they are. We have destroyed their natural environment. We have made them dependent on us. And now we choose to kill them easily because we no longer need them. The municipality doesn't want to sterilize them because it's an expensive method. It's cheaper to kill them instead. This is completely contrary to humanity, and it's also a crime. Do not be complicit in this crime. The spokesperson for the municipality. Look, this is no longer sustainable. We can't deal with this by neutering animals. They reproduce very quickly, and it is very difficult to prevent this. Our streets are not safe. There are hundreds of reports of attacks every day. At night, our children cannot go out safely. These animals have now become gangs, and they have become real dangers. The main thing here is that the safety of human life, If they care a lot about the animals, they can take them and take care of them in their homes, but we will stop this now. There are no important animals on the street. There are no animals on the street. My bad, I keep on mixing my words here. This is important for their quality of life. They live in very bad conditions on the street and die under a car. Wow, what the hell? What's this? Okay, a citizen injured after a stray dog attack. Like I said, I got like a little bar right here, so I can't really see. I gotta see if I can move it. Reports of dog attacks, 4,731 cases. Okay. Do we have any more digital evidence? Nothing? Alright. Miss Casey and let's see, so who's the plaintiff, animal rights? The spokesperson for the municipality is the... Okay, so we got the municipality and we got the animal rights shorty. Alright. Mike's up. Mr. Balsco, why do you prefer to euthanize animals instead of placing them in shelters or neutering them? Your Honor, we do not get enough budget from the government for this. For the current number of animals, it is necessary to build a lot of shelters. As we build them, their population will increase even more. Sterilization is unfortunately costly for us, and believe me, it will not be a permanent solution. It's just a temporary solution to save the day. Finally, I would like to say this: if we don't euthanize these dogs today, we'll have much more than that. We'll have to do much more than that in the future. Jesus Christ, man. Miss Caney, what's your solution? Your Honor, they find money for whatever they want, but when it comes to animals, they say we don't have money. Killing them can't be the solution. This is primitiveness. We are a developed country. We can solve this problem without killing animals on the streets. Their lives are not less valuable than ours. And we must not forget this. We cannot solve this problem as long as there are people who buy animals to satisfy the momentary whims of their spoiled children and then throw them out irresponsibly. Those who bring animals from abroad for breed dogs and trade in this business, and people who cannot take care of their pets and lose them. I mean, she's kind of got a point. And we must not forget this. We cannot solve the problem as long as there are people who buy animals to satisfy the momentary whims of their spoiled children and throw them out irresponsibly. Those who bring animals abroad, yeah, what basically she just said. So she's just reiterating again, like I said, but bring animals from abroad to breed dogs and trade in this business, and the people who cannot take care of their pets and lose them. In other words, instead of killing animals as a priority, we should educate people. You know, these court cases are so lopsided, but it's so crazy how these are like inspired by real court cases, or actually I think parodies of real court cases too. Like, the obvious thing here is, I think the government in this instance here should step up more to help these guys if they really don't have the money. You know what I mean? Like, why would we just put down a bunch of innocent animals when they're clearly under duress? Alright. It was decided that the new enactment put in place by the city of Broad Hill should be repealed. Or it has been decided to continue the implementation of new... Yeah, man, like... Honestly, if I could really say something, I would probably I would probably see how we couldn't get some funding for such an issue across the country for that, if what he's saying about, oh, we can't afford it, is true. Now, you can take that with a grain of salt because, you know, politicians lie, but like, at the end of the day, I can't consent to dogs just being put down senselessly. So, I, Judge Raymond, say that it was decided the new encampment put in place by the city of Broad Hill should be repealed. What is this? Yeah, I gotta play the story mode next time, because Jesus Christ, man. Let's see here. Let's do one more case. Let's see. Name, Caroline Lauren, 37, female. Fingerprint, criminal record, no criminal record. Positive health test, and a national status for the Banana Republic. Charges of fraud, goddamn. It has been noted that a person working at Banana Republic Reserve Bank has prepared fake documents by accessing customer information without permission. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Preparing fake documents by accessing customer info without permission. Now let's see if she's really guilty or not. Using the prepared documents, she informed the customers that there were some problems with the accounts and that they could safely transfer their money. They could safely transfer their money to the new account number that they would provide. It has been determined that the email account used is a fake email account that imitates the official account of the bank. After the examination of the email sent, 2 employees became suspects and their statements were sought. Matthew Pesci. I have been working as a cybersecurity specialist in this bank for 12 years. I have always been honest and hardworking. I have no idea how the end of these accusations came to be based on me. I make my analysis and inform my authorities about the issues I find open in the system. I do all my work during working hours using the computer allocated to me by the bank, and all of them are registered. I am innocent. Caroline. BR. I have been working at Reserve for 4 years as an individual customer supporter. I call and inform my customers about campaigns and opportunities. I do this completely in accordance with the assignment from my superiors, and it is all documented. How can I be accused of fraud? I work as a retail customer supporter at Reserve. Oh, that's another person. Okay, never mind. At Reserve, I didn't know Matthew very well. He was always distant to me. But about 1 month ago, I felt that he was constantly trying to communicate with me, and I liked his interests. A couple of times we went to the bar for a drink after work. In these meetings, what he was interested in was not me, but the work I did and the policy I approached customers. And what kind of policy I approached customers with, excuse me. I was very frustrated that he was talking to me about work, even outside of work, and I told him I didn't want to continue the call. Caroline and I have nothing but business friendships. Lately, she's been complaining about the slowness of her own computer and coming to me to do the work she needs to do from my computer. We forwarded the system records of our bank to our police friends. Our police friends? What the hell, that's weird. But anyways, people who will work on the system can only make transactions with fingerprints at the entrance and exit. I hope this will be useful to you in resolving the process. The person who tarnished the name of our bank and stole our customers' money will be found as soon as possible. Wow, that's a lot of shit to digest. Before this, people who will work on the system. Okay, that's a lot of information. So let's see some of this. Since one makes customers sent by BR Reserve A, or whatever that little dash there. Bank. Receiver B, pilot subject. Security of deposits held in the bank. I am contacting you regarding your 105 grand deposit in our bank. Due to a Trojan recently uploaded in our mobile application and breaches occurred in our systems, please transfer your funds to our secure account listed below to ensure the safety of your information and deposit. After this transfer, the interest applied to your deposit will remain unaffected. Any lost interest will be credited to your account in 3 to 5 business days. Banana Republic Reserve Bank. That is fake as shit. If a breach like that happens, they're not going to ask you to give even more information. They're going to tell you to leave that shit alone. And if you do need to do anything, that'll be like federal level shit right at that point. As far as my knowledge goes, anyways. Matthew Pesci, 8 o'clock. Log into the system with the little code 918735. Okay, so there's just saying 812. Checking for vulnerabilities in the bank's mobile and website. 945. Information sent to the administrator about the vulnerabilities found. 1002. No data log found. Log out of the system. Wow, that doesn't look suspicious at all. Mr. Matthew Pesci. Huh? You went from 812, 945 to 1002 to 1225. What the hell happened between, look at this. What happened in between 1002 and 1225? Mr. Matthew. Yeah, Mr. Matthew, I thought I used the wrong name. Caroline. I think that's the black lady up on the front side. $8. 805. Log in 624541. Okay. 844. Communicating campaigns with customers from the manager. 1123. Documenting feedback from customers and reporting it to the manager. 1124. Logging out of the system. Damn, y'all. Wait a minute. Documenting feedback from customers and reporting it to the manager. Logging out. So is that all you do? You just talk to them and then you just get like, you're out by 12? That's a crazy job. Ashley Leakey. 1126 system login 624541. So they have like the same. So are they using the same thing? The same card? Because it's 1126. Yeah, this is right afterwards. It's just the same person. No, that's Caroline's thing. So this is Ashley. System login. Download the list of clients' deposits over $100,000. Transfer downloaded document to another unit. Document transfer completed. Recipient user ID 9818735. That's Matthew's joint. So wait. Download of the list of clients with deposits over it. Transfer the downloaded document to another unit. Transfer completed. So she sent this to Matthew and logged out. She sent that. Hold on, because look, it says she downloaded the list. She logged in, downloaded the list of clients with the deposits over 100 grand, transfer the downloaded document to another unit, transfer completed, a minute later to this code 918735, which is Matthew's code. What the hell? System logout 6/24/541. Let's see what the. Oh hell, these guys are guilty. Any other digital? Well, no, that's just okay. Yo, Matthew, when we look at the documents provided by the bank, we see a range with missing data in your system. What do you have to say about this? These and other meaningless errors are constantly happening in the system. Our task is to make the system better by fixing these vulnerabilities. I know it doesn't seem like it, but it's pure coincidence. If that ain't a sack of horse shit, I don't know what is. If your system's that bad, why are you running a bank operation, buddy? You ask your colleague, how do you interact with customers? Is this also a coincidence? Your Honor, since I work mostly in the field of security, I was curious about how customers are communicated. It's all because I'm curious about what other employees at work are doing. You said that your own computer often slows down and gives you problems. Why didn't you reach out to the relevant outlets for maintenance? And you were using your friend's computer? Miss Caroline, the last few weeks have been busy in terms of work, and it was necessary to have a computer, albeit slowly in this process. That's why I used to ask my friend when I had urgent work. Sorry. So, were the related documents you downloaded while using your friend's computer also related to your busy work schedule? I have not downloaded any documents, Your Honor. Maybe I forgot to log out of my system and actually downloaded it using my account. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. You may be telling the truth, but it's hard because, like, that's why you log out of your account at work. You might have to go, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. You might just have to go down with them out of account, like out of guilty by association on some Kendrick Lamar shit, bro. So let's go all the way back. Hold on. That's a Matthew dude. We know he's guilty. What's her name? Ashley sent the documents to Matthew. So we see that already. Let's review one more time. Let's see. Sent by blank, receiver be pilot, subject, Trojan. Yep, that. Matthew logged in with 918735. He checked for vulnerabilities in the bank's mobile and website. Information sent to the administrator about the vulnerabilities found. 10:02, no log data found. And then he lost out by 12:25. So she sent transfer completed at 11:46. She sent him that at 11:46. So that's after the log data was like, this is gone right here or whatever. So this says no log data found. So I'm assuming that means like it may have been deleted. He logged out at 12:25. And look, it says Caroline. She logged in under 624541. She communicated with the manager, documented feedback, reported it, and logged out at 624541. Ashley logged in with that same thing, 11:26. So she logged in after, or at least they used it. I think. Well, it says she used the same computer or whatever. But Ashley logged in under the same account number, downloaded the client list at 11:41. Does that coincide with? Yeah, she was already out of the system. So what is this system? She downloaded the joint, transferred the document to another unit, to the recipient user 918735. Matthew's joint. Does it even say? No, it doesn't. And then logged out under that same thing. So what is this? Fingerprint number. So what I'm thinking is that him, Pessy, and what the hell, Ashley Leakey were in this together, and Caroline is essentially like Like she's like some like she's kind of innocent type shit. Like they like, but let me reread just to make sure I got everything together. So we got Frank Lev. We forwarded the oh, that's all the way at the boop boop. My bad, y'all. I'm getting deep into this shit. It has been noted that a person working at the Reserve Bank has prepared fake documents by accessing customer information without permission. We now know that that person who prepared the fake documents, actually, we don't know who prepared them, but we do know that the list of clients with 100,000. I don't know if that is the exact fake document, but we know that Ashley was definitely involved in this somehow. Using the prepared document, she informed the customers that there were some problems with the accounts, that they could safely transfer their money to the new account number they would provide. Okay, so that was the email that she sent out, right? Wow, that's fucked. It has been determined that the email account uses a fake email that imitates that. 2 employees became suspect and their statements were sought. Matthew, so this is the dude that, was on the front side. Cyber 12 years, honest, hardworking, that bullshit. Analysis about the issues of working hours, computer by the bank, register. Okay, Caroline, the black lady, right here. She's working at the bank, visual customer supporter. I call and inform my customers about campaigns. I list completely in accordance with the assignment from my superiors, and it's all documented. How am I accused of fraud? And then I think this is this is the leaky lady. That's the leaky lady. That's crazy. I work as a retail customer supporter at Reserve. I didn't know Matthew very well. That's the first dude, right? Yeah, that's him. I didn't know Matthew very well, but he was always distant to me. About a month ago, I felt that he was constantly trying to communicate with me, and I liked his interest. A couple of times, we went to the bar. In the meetings, he was interested in not me, but the work I did and what kind of policy I approach customers. I was frustrated that he was talking to me about work even outside of work, and I told him I didn't want to continue the call. Let's see. Caroline and I have nothing but business lately. She's been complaining about the slow speed on computer and coming to me to do the work she needs to do from my computer. So she's been coming to you to do the work she needs to do. So she's doing her work on your computer, which means to me, you logged on under Caroline's numbers to essentially, wow, you used Caroline's numbers on your own computer to make this woman the fall girl, the fall gal. What's the last one? Frank Lev. We forwarded. Okay. I pretty much know what. Okay. Alrighty. So, like. Who do I. Caroline. So there's Caroline. Now, I don't know if I get to judge both. I'm assuming I have to judge both of them. But. Caroline. Sweetie, you're. Well, first, we're getting your ass. If you really think you're finna get away with this, hell yeah, you're guilty. Guilty. Now, I don't think we need to pull out the rope, but I will say, can we do 2? No, we can't. Jail. Let's see. So, well, before we sent, so, from my understanding, you participated in a fraud scandal with Miss Leaky here, and you're lying in court about it. To me, personally, for putting people's money in danger like that, lying under the courts, like about all that, I'm gonna be honest, buddy, you don't got much time left. What the? No. You going for 30 years. And okay, there we go. Miss Caroline, sweetie. I'm gonna be honest, Miss Caroline. Genuinely, I don't really think there was anything that she did wrong. To me, it looks like that the dude collaborated with the leaky girl, and they used They used Caroline's password to basically use her as the fall gal, which if we're being honest is hilarious, because that means that because Caroline was coming to Leaky to use her computer for her work because her computer was slow or whatever, right? So that means that she stole Caroline's password and did the operation with the dude under Caroline's password. Because if I remember Matthew, it says 1002 no data log found, but it says she logged, like, look, it says Caroline logged out of the system under 624541 at 11:24. 2 minutes after she logged out. 624541. 2 minutes after Shorty logged out, Ashley logged in. Downloaded the list and sent those documents that took a minute to upload or whatever to 918735. Like, come on, bruh. Do not let me catch Shorty in this courtroom, cause she joining your big ass. And now, girl, you're not guilty. My battery's running low in my headset. I'm dead set. Okay, I can't even rap. It's gonna keep on going. So I guess that's an indicator right there. So I hope I can change this. But all right, that was. Let's see. Go to the casino and the day. Okay, so I think we just keep going. Yeah, case to case 6. So, you know what? Actually, let me just charge it up, and we'll actually do one last case because it's already going on an hour. I'm at 56 minutes. I might as well. So give me 1 second. Let me fix this up. Alright, sorry for the weird cut. So we're going to do one more. Just to get it, might as well get over the hour mark. I'm having too much fun, low-key, I'm not going to lie. Sydney Crispy, she got a strong-ass chin. And who the hell is this? Kevin Dean. Okay. Look at the cop, bro. He just posed right there. Let's see. Can I... Oh, damn, I didn't even look at the... Oh, well. But anyways, that's last case. They're 30 years is crazy, though. I put him in the brick for 30 years, y'all. Kevin Dean, 16, male. Let's see. Criminal record, no. Mental health, positive. That's good. That's good to see. And then Sydney Crispy, 16, female. Criminal, no. Okay, so that's all good. Let's see. Charges. Murder. Abraham Bean, a 51-year-old mathematics teacher at Banana College Academy, was found dead in a vacant lot near the school. Abraham Bean's cause of death was determined as 5 stab wounds to his chest and abdomen. God damn, they hit the UK special on Brody over there. The statements of the 2 students who became suspects the day before Abraham Bean was killed were used. Okay, the statements of 2 students. Okay, yeah. Let's see, Kevin Dean. It is true that there is an argument. Okay, this is from this dude over here. He don't look 16, bro. Look like he about 35. But it is true that there was an argument between our teacher and me. He insulted me in the middle of class, and I couldn't swallow my pride and swore and left. I mean, bro was like, man, fuck you. Bro was mad as hell. But anyway, but in no way did I intend to kill him. If I were to kill him, it would be enough to hit that old senile. It would be enough to hit that old senile in the middle of class, but I suppressed my anger and left the class. After I got out of school, I went to meet my friends, and I was with them all day. Okay, I have to bring in some witnesses to the stand here. My visit to the teacher's office the day before was purely for my questions. This is the Sydney lady right here. I think Kevin was the one who did it, because when the results for all of our math tests were announced, our teacher was commenting on their grades to the class. When it was Kevin's turn, he insulted him in the middle of the whole class, saying things like, "You don't give a shit, you're too stupid for math." Whoa, hold on a second. When it was Kevin's turn, he insulted in the middle, "You don't give a shit and you are too..." Wow, that's crazy. Afterwards, there was a verbal altercation between them, and Kevin left the classroom swearing at our teacher. I'm a student who is very good at her lessons and loves her teachers very much. Why would I do such a thing? Okay. What's the evidence? Abraham Bean's autopsy. Cause of death 4:10 p.m. Caused 5 stab wounds to the chest. Let's see. Found on Kevin Dean's phone. 16. Okay, so remember, he died at 16:10, 4:10, 16:17. So that's a little bit. Wait, 16:10, 16:17. Okay, so this is 7 minutes after he was declared dead. Where you guys need to meet urgently is important. Not Max. We're at the usual venue. What the hell happened, Kevin? I'll tell you when I get home. I smeared everything on my face. Okay, we're waiting. What the hell is wrong with these boys? On Sydney's phone. This is on her phone. 8 o'clock. So this is, wow, this is way earlier. Because this is at 16. So this was in the morning. Come to my room today with an excuse. Sydney. Wait. It says A. It just says A. That's it. Is that I'm assuming that's Mr. Abraham. Come to my room today with an excuse. Sydney, don't text me when I'm home and I don't... Wait. Don't text me when I'm home and I don't want to go to your room. 8:05. Damn, he texted right back? Like, right in the same minute? Well, then I'll upload the videos I took last time to the internet. I'm sure your family will be proud of you. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell? Sydney, you did it by force, disgusting scum. You also said yesterday that if I came to your room, you would delete. Oh my god. Wow, that's... Let's mic up. Yo, Kevin, did your teacher have a reason to insult you in the middle of class? Or there's a different dialogue between you? He was a backward teacher who thought he could insult me for failing math. On your phone, you told your friends that we need to meet urgently? What was it that you said? Actually, I think it'd probably be smarter to mic up first and then, like, read this stuff, but I don't know if it takes into account this in your speeches or whatever. I gotta look it up. On your phone, you told your friends that we need to meet urgently. What was it that you said that you smeared on your face with your hand? It had nothing to do with it. I tried to talk to a girl I liked at school today, and I got too excited and told her some weird things. She was ignored. Wait, what the hell are you talking about? I tried to talk to a girl I liked at school today, and I got too excited and I told her some weird things. She was annoyed and finished talking to me and left. You said that the reason you went to your teacher's room was just to ask questions, but that's not how it was understood in your messages. Can you explain the situation? Miss Sydney? I'm ashamed that my family is here. About a week ago, he called me to his office and told me that I failed the exam and that he would prevent me from graduating. He threatened me and told me that if I did what he wanted, I could pass the exam. Then he harassed me. On the day of the incident, there was someone else in Abraham's car when he left. Was it you? Yes, he wanted to force me to take me home. I said that at first, but after I got out of school, I was very scared and wanted to get off immediately. When I told him that if he didn't let me go, I would call my parents and tell them everything, he was scared. He dropped me off near the school, and I came home. Is there any digital evidence? Oh, shit, there is. Okay, hold on, my bad. So let's see, because she said something that I wanted to take a second look at. He wanted to take me home. I accepted at first, but after I got out of school, I was very scared and wanted to get off immediately. But when I told him that if he didn't let me go, I would call my parents and tell him everything. He was scared. He dropped me off near the school and I came home. Wait, you got out of school. Okay, let's see what the digital evidence says. Face detection has been made Sydney Crispy, so she was in the car. A camera recording of Abraham's car leaving at school at 4 p.m. So she was in the car with Abraham at 4 p.m. Okay. "4 p.m. is when she was in the car with him. So 6:10. Wait, what? Whoa, what the hell? Okay, hold on a second. Either I'm misunderstanding something or something ain't right. He's leaving the school at 4. And she's with him. It's 4 p.m. when they left the school. Cause of death, 4:10 p.m. So he died 10 minutes after that picture was taken. Kevin, 7 minutes after. I'll tell you when I get home, I smeared everything on my face. Yeah, that boy's guilty as hell. I'm sorry, buddy. But, look at it. This is 8 o'clock, so this is in the AM. So she was texting A. Okay, yeah. So now I'm confused, cause let me go back to this part. Kevin, Sydney, my visit to teacher's office the day before was purely for my questions. I think Kevin was the one who did it. Something just don't seem right. Okay, I think he definitely killed him, but now, and like she definitely was a victim in all this, but like, what? A recording of Abraham's car leaving at 4 p.m. She said, the reason you went to your teacher's room is to ask questions, but that is not how it's understood in your messages. I'm ashamed my family is here. About a week ago, he called me to his office and told me that I had failed the exam and that he would prevent me from graduating. He threatened me and told me that if I did what he wanted, I could pass the exam. Then he harassed me. On the day of the incident, was there someone else in Abraham's car when he left? Yes, he wanted to force me. He wanted to force me to take me home. So he forced her to take. Wanted to force me to take me home. Okay, so he forced himself on her to take her home or whatever. I accepted at first, but after I got out of school, I was very scared and wanted to get off immediately. So after she left school, after school was out, she was scared and wanted to get off. When I told him that if he didn't let me go, I would call my parents and tell them everything. He was scared. He dropped me off near the school, and I came home. So he dropped her off near the school. And I'm assuming this must have happened very fast because he died at 4:10. So what I'm gathering is he forced Sydney into the car or whatever, like he coaxed her into the car. She says she was gonna snitch. He let her out near the school, which is why when he died at 4:10, Kevin must have been at that school then. He was at school, he saw bro, he caught him slipping and slipped the knife in him. Now my thing is this, is there no weapons evidence? There's no weapons, there's no other pictures. Okay. Well, I think I've just about reached a conclusion. Sydney, I don't really think you're guilty at all. Like, you're just pretty much a victim in all of this. So, you're good. Kevin? Listen, man. I'm going to be very honest. You are definitely not innocent. You're guilty. And you killed somebody. Now, that dude definitely was a piece of shit for what he did to that lady. That young lady, but like I can't justify murder in this context. Honestly, I think you know what? He's 16. Honestly, I think we'll give you 6 years. Cause on one side, you literally killed somebody. But the same side, you killed a dude who was literally like abusing a minor. But we can't just sit here and act like murdering somebody is the way to do things. So, I, Judge Raymond, hereby sentence you, Mr. Dean, to 6 years in prison. Alright guys, that's enough for right now, at least of this part. I'm gonna record the normal story, maybe a little bit of that, maybe, or I might just rock with this, I'm not too sure, but that was Judge Simulator. I've seen Case play it so much, and I figured I finally wanted to play this shit for my channel, so... But I think, like I said, next up we're gonna be catching up on Batman and continuing that series. I kind of want to stream it, like, cause like we started on PS5, but like now I kind of play on the PC because it's easier to edit and stuff. So like I decided like it might just be easier to play up to that point, but instead of just playing up to the point that we got to, I figured it might just be easier to play a stream of it. You get what I'm saying? To kind of like, you know, get back into the swing of things and shit like that, and play on PC and show it off a little. Have another reason to play it, you know what I mean? If we're gonna have to start over anyway, you know what I mean? I don't plan on deleting the first video though. So I'm not fully sure I'm gonna do it, but the next big thing I want to get out of the way is Batman Arkham Asylum. Cause I think that's what, I think that's the next big thing we should do. I kind of just been like playing, like just dip my feet in the water, but like I think it's time for us to get on a little path. Anyways, my little narajas, I hope you guys enjoyed the little power hour of Judge Simulator, the lawless version. Next time we're gonna be playing the law version, the one where we you know, have all the consequences and all the other shit. But I hope you guys liked it. I'm glad that I kind of got a little taste of it, and I hope. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me, that's nasty. I hope that you guys are having, you know, a wonderful day, getting through these times that we're all going through type shit. But anyways, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. And I mean, hell, if you feel like I didn't exactly rule in a good favor, leave a comment, you know what I mean? Let me know. But I'll see you guys later. Bye.